If a monkey ever touches anything that you're going to eat, it belongs to the monkey now. All right? Just know that. Don't fight them for it. Don't take it back from them. Just let them have it. All right, so where to even begin? All right, so my girlfriend, she lives in Tanzania, right? In a little town called Arusha. So she teaches at this international school, and they have on-campus living, right? What they also have are monkeys, right? Now, when you tell people you live in a place with monkeys, their first reaction is like, oh, that's so cute. No, they're basically rats with opposable thumbs and like ninja level agility. It's messed up. The whole thing with them is they'll usually come like in the morning or in the evening, right? And they're kind of used to people. So they won't attack men, but they'll attack women and children, right? If you have food, they'll come and they'll like body up and take that shit from you. You see me? What they also love to do though is steal your food. These monkeys totally came in through this window. And they took like 3 apples. See one of them out there eating it. See him there with the apple. See one there just looking at us like say, yo, no man, why you run now? Why you run now? Stay. This mother fully on the roof right now eating the apple. So we usually know to like lock up the place, right? However, one day I was taking a nap and I wake up, I come out and I see the bread, right? I was ready to go have myself maybe some lunch or whatever. So I take up the bread and I notice that there's a little hole like at the back, like at the back of the bag. And there's like some little chunks missing out of the bread itself, right? Sliced bread from the supermarket. So I call our, I guess, helper or maid, person who's cleaning. And I was like, yo, the monkeys coming here? And she's like,
oh yeah, they did. And they tried to take the bread, but I got it back from them.
No, what I should have done from there was toss the bread immediately in the garbage bin. Which I did, but not before taking a couple of slices from the front. Because I was like, yeah man, this is kind of far from the bite still. This can go on, you see me? So I take it out, butt out that, take a nice couple bites out of it. And it kind of struck me. How does it really work? Like, because what I probably should point out about this whole monkey situation is that if the monkeys touch you, and the saliva especially touches you, right? Or if they, claw you or anything like that, you can get rabies, right? Well, at least that's what I knew then, right? So in my mind, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know where the monkey's mouth and hands have been, right? So I quickly dashed for the pieces that I'd eaten and everything. And I was like, yo, let me look this up real quick, you see me? You know that whole thing where anytime you go to Google, it's worse? I go to Google, I find out, say, yo, from monkey saliva touch, you could have get rabies, you could have get herpes B. I don't even know what the hell. It's a B herpes, like a second herpes you can get from these goddamn monkeys. Whole heap of things, right? Kind of start freaking out at that point still, I called my girlfriend. I'm like, all right, so here what? The monkeys touched the bread and I also ate the bread. And she was like,
what?
No, I'm not really a person to really freak out, right? You see me? And I was worried. She was, which I wish didn't happen because it meant that she also went and asked some other people what to do. So I was now known around campus as a dude who can eat the monkey bread, you see me? So we're trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, do I already have, what's going to happen here? And I mean, from what I was reading up, because my first instinct was like, I could watch and see what going on, right? But everything I read about rabies was like, yo, from the start to even see sides, it just done. So I was like, what are we watching for? So I got to the clinic and everything, right? I'm sitting, first of all, this clinic makes you wait forever. I should really point that out. So I was there for like a good long time. And it's kind of magnified by the fear. Because I'm just sitting there kind of like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die in the waiting room. Anyway, so I go in there now finally. And I sit down and doctor's like, hey, so what's the deal? Now, in my head, I was like, right? On the surface, I was like, hey, doc. So I may have eaten a piece of bread that a monkey touched. He was like, all right. He just like, immediately, he was like, trust me, I'm pretty sure you're fine. However, you should probably take tetanus shots and anti-rabies shots, The tetanus shots were available there. They're free too, right? Also, you should know those shots are in your butt.
Shake your booty.
So I took tetanus shots, had them right there. Now the rabies shots were a whole different story. Because you had to take like, I think 3 of them, right? Anti-rabies 1, 2, and 3. And it's like you'd take one on day 1, one on day 7, one on day 21. You see me? But they didn't have the rabies shots. And let me tell you something. Getting those shots, like literally procuring those shots was like a whole adventure of its own, right? Can tell me, all right, look, there are a few places you can get it, but if you want it at a good price, you'd go to this place called Sands. You know what I mean? Sands Medical Supply. And I'm like, all right, cool, where can I find that? No, he takes out a piece of paper and he draws a map of how to get to this place. And by map, I just mean he basically drew the snake from the old Nokia game snake. It's just literally like I had no idea how to follow that shit. But anyway, yeah. So at that point in time, it must have been like midday. And he was like, the only thing with Sands is that they don't open for another 2 hours, right? So I said, damn. So that was actually a day that I got to learn a lot about the town. I just went on a walk, you know. I decided to check out all the different pharmacies to see if maybe they had it. Yo, and people thief. All right, so I don't know how to do the conversion rate, so I'll just tell you in Tanzanian shillings. The shot I was supposed to get, each one of them supposed to cost like $28,000, 28,000 shillings, which is what it would have gotten. It would have cost at Sands, right? Let me tell you something, man. I got some breeder price just walking down the one road. Once one person was giving me a price of 60,000, one says 75,000, you see me? The lowest I found out there was like 50-something thousand. And they saw me coming, all right? Like they knew I wasn't from there. I was obviously a Jamaican, Ray. You could tell, you see me? What I also found out was that a rabies shot has to be anti-rabies shot has to be treated like a particular way, meaning it has to stay refrigerated until you take it. It has to be cold. If that doesn't happen, then it's no good. Which is why it was very interesting to me that when I went to this one place, then they pull out just this dry box and they're like, here's a shot. And I looked on the box and I'm like, no, I'm good. So eventually 2 o'clock come. So that's me walking up and down the street for literally 2 hours. Sands now was very interesting because while these other pharmacies looked like what you might recognize as a pharmacy, Sands was like, it looked like a wholesaler that's seen in Jamaica. You see me? Right? It's just literally like that. Just this old ass looking, shack looking thing with a one door at the front. And literally Sam's Medical Supplies just kind of painted on the wall, right? Sure enough, they had a bunch of medical supply shit hung up all over the place, right? And it was funny to me, like the dude was like, the cashier was just a guy sitting at a table with 4 cell phones laid out in front of him. I don't know how that worked. I guess one was the phone, maybe one was for calculator, maybe one was, I don't know, right? Anyway, I give the lady the money. She go around the back. She come back with a little vial, right? She come with a little vial, 2 bags, and a little cup with some ice. She put the vial in one bag, and she put that in the bigger bag, pour the ice in there, close it, and then she grab a paper bag, take it now, and she just give me another, slip it into my coat. Right? Like I don't know why I even did that. Because at that point, I was in it, you know. I was just like, yeah, man, I need to be low key, I think. I don't know. So anyway, I paid them money and I meal that I walk back in the hospital now. And it's so funny. I wasn't buying drugs. I wasn't buying nothing crazy. But I legit felt like I was smuggling that shit. Like I was genuinely kind of like trying to be low key about it and thing. I don't know. But yeah, I go back and I take it, and literally each time I had to go back and get the shot, that was me going to this weird back alley pharmacy and getting the shit. Yeah, that's my whole story, man. Monkey bread. You see me? Yo, if a monkey ever touches anything that you're going to eat, it belongs to the monkey now. All right? Just know that. Don't fight them for it. Don't take it back from them. Don't eat it. In fact, don't touch it. Just let them have it. And I mean, from that day on, I mean, monkeys have taken much bigger things and bread from that house. And we have just wished them well. We're like, yeah, man, go on through, monkey. You're good.